Good morning, everyone. I missed you all. I decided to add this little clip in here because I always talk about my setup for when I film these videos of my planner. I literally sit my phone on this box, and there is like a little phone holder on the back of my phone, which I use to stabilize it with a eraser. So when you guys are seeing me film, a lot of the times it looks like this. And I scoot it up so you don't see the box, and then you just have this blank canvas. But this is how I do it. And I do it sitting right here with all of my junk around me. Right now, I'm currently working on a few projects. I've been doing a lot of art and stuff. That's just old art. The one I painted of my husband, that's new. And I'm working on this painting here, which I'm doing with watercolor pencils. But it's just a challenge because this canvas is so big. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys my setup. So yeah, we're gonna start this video. Welcome back to my channel, guys. So it has been a minute. It has been about 2 weeks since I last filmed my social media break video and the update. I just decided that I just wanted to film a video today. I still have a ton of things to get done. So I don't want to say that I'm officially back, but I felt like it was necessary to make this video because, one, I had these ideas in my head that I wanted to make this video to explain to you guys or update you guys, because I try to update on my Instagram, but the thing is, because my Instagram is so relatively new, I don't really think that everyone really knows that I'm over there. I have one for like family and friends, but I've also created one for like my planners and notebooks and stuff. So I don't know if, well, the names aren't different by any means. I mean, well, the names are different, but the pictures may be the same for each. So I don't know. I've been getting friend requests or follow requests on my private one, and then the one for like my planner one, I've been getting semi friend requests, but I don't know. I link my Instagram name in the description, so if you aren't following me on Instagram, be sure to follow me there, because I give the most updates and sneak peeks of what I'm doing and what I'm using there. So I just wanted to say that. And then secondly, I missed you guys. I missed making a video and then updating you on what I'm doing. So yeah, that is why I'm making a video today. Now, my video schedule, either Monday or Tuesdays, are still gonna remain the same. I do have so much stuff that I need to get done because social media just distracts me and I can't get those things done. This is why I took the break. But I currently have another couple of projects that I'm working on. So I don't know if I'm going to go on another break and then come back to you guys the beginning of November. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But so I went ahead and got a new wallet. If you saw my last video, you know that this is brand new, and this is what I was using. So I'm gonna move you guys back just a little bit. I was using this as my wallet, my meal prep planner or whatever, and pretty much just, yeah, scratch notes. I did have my cards here on the side, and then I did use this for like meal ideas and grocery list. I'm just doing a quick flip so you guys kind of get the gist of how I was using it. And I did use it. I did, and it's stuffed beyond capacity, but I did use it. And I was making grocery lists and scratching them out. I think this was from our last grocery list. We went to the store and we scratched stuff out. And I remember telling you all that I need to make monthlies and weekly inserts in here. And I did that. I also put in some dividers too. I just thought that it would be cute to have dividers in here. So this is a clear, not dashboard, divider that I made with the removable adhesive stickers. And I went ahead and made monthly inserts for all 3 months. So October, November. This planner is stuffed, and this this was another reason why I decided to do something else. November and December, and there's a little gap right here, which is why these sheets are coming out. Yeah, there's a little gap right there. And I did go ahead and put in weeklies, and they look the same as my standard TN, so nothing, you know, too much there. And then I put in some to-do sheets. I know, redundant, right? Considering all this blank paper in here. I put in some to-do sheets. I had some contact information in between this section, which is still there. It's just right there. And I had a folder, a flyleaf, and some other stuff that was in here, which is no longer in here. So yeah, you guys get the gist. That was how I set that up as a wallet. Now I went ahead and purchased this, which is not a Hobonichi's cover at all. It's just a regular wallet. And I purchased the Hobonichi Weeks dupe, and I decided that this is going to be my wallet. And I'm so glad I made the change, because this one is lighter and this two just feels better to carry with me if I'm just carrying my wallet versus carrying the other little thing, the other little ring binder. So it has 2 of these things here. So if you want to make it tighter, if you want to make it shorter, but I have a notebook in here, so it's going to kind of add a little bit of, you know, I got to give it some leeway because this book isn't made for it. And in these cart pockets here, again, I have my military ID right behind here. I have the state in which I was born from IDs right behind here. I also have my debit card and my Germany driver's license. And you guys, look at how much space is in this wallet. So this wallet has a pocket here, and then also you have this, which is completely removable. Like, I can remove this if I don't want this here. And then this is the week's dupe that I purchased, and we'll definitely go over that. But then you have more card pockets here. This would be a pocket if I didn't have the book in there. And then you have a pocket here. And then you have this zip pocket. And then you guys, so this is the cool thing that I found out a couple of days ago. This is a whole pocket. Like, it opens up here, and then this whole back is a pocket. It's a whole pocket. Like, it goes deep all the way down. And if you do not believe me, here, I'll move my pen. If you do not believe me, I think I have some stuff in here. I do. I have some cash. It goes all the way down. Like, look where my hand is. I'm still going down, but I don't want to move what's in here. So yeah, I absolutely love all the space that's in here. Like, I couldn't express that enough. So that was one of the reasons why I changed my wallet. It just has enough room for me, and I don't need a ton of things in there because it's not my everyday planner, or it's not my, you know, it's not something that I'm going to be just leaving at home. I don't need a lot of things in here because it's meant to be a wallet. But I do have sticky notes in here and flags and stuff like that. But that's it. Like, I don't have a lot of things in here. Now, let's jump to this. Okay, so the reason why I decided to get a dupe, a Hobonichi Weeks dupe, like I said, I was just tired of using the ring bound planner. And plus, I just found this more convenient and easy. What I found though is that I don't know if this is true for all of the dupes, but this one has really thin paper, almost like the paper that comes in the original. It also came with this here. And I guess it was just like some ideas of how to use or set up your weeks. So it shows you an example of how you can do your weeklies, how you can do your dailies and monthlies. And then this little tool here, and I'm so sorry if I keep bumping you. It's kind of hard. But they give you this, which is like a stencil, so that you can essentially create this, your weeks. So I'll set these to the side for a second. The paper in here is relatively thin, and I thought that I was turning a page. When you look at it on camera, it's like it looks so much closer. But the paper in here is relatively thin. As you can see, you can almost see like my writing. You can see my writing on the opposite side. This is the year at a glance. So things that's different from this and the original. They only give you one monthly spread, and they only give you one weekly spread, and then the rest is blank for you to do as you choose. That kind of was, like, I would prefer the monthlies over the weeklies because I pretty much do my own thing with the weeks anyway. But, to each his own. And I'm assuming that all of the dupes are kind of like that. But I don't know. But this is how the monthly overview looks. And this is kind of similar to the Hobonichi weeks from what I've saw. It's not exact, but it is, an idea of theirs. And then here's the week on 2 page, or not week, the month on 2 pages. And I don't know, guys, I kind of like these grid boxes. The grid on here is very subtle. You rarely see it, even when you're like just looking at it from a glance. You rarely see the grid. So I really like this. And this is like no decoration. This is like no frills. It's strictly just pen to paper. And I didn't put everything in here that's in my TN. I just put some stuff in here. And then I did the week, and I decided to do goals, meal preps for the week, things to buy, and to do. So I have my dinner ideas for Monday through Sunday here for this current week. Some stuff actually did not happen. So instead of leftovers from yesterday, I'm now making Monday's dinner today because Monday we actually ate leftovers from the weekend. So a little bit of stuff changed there, but I like it so far. And then after that, I did not do any more weeks. It does not come with any more months. But instead, you have like all of this grid, and there are some guidelines on here so that you can do the weeks like this first page. But really, I I like using it as a bullet journal. If you haven't been following me for a while, or if you have been following me for a while, I should say, you know that I started out in a really big notebook, and primarily it was just bullet journaling in that. And I have now since then destroyed that book and ripped it into shreds and kept the pages that I wrote on. That's a story for another day. But yeah, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I kind of bullet journaled before I got into like rings and bound planners and stuff like that. So I have been using it for like, these are my meal ideas. Well, not ideas. These are actual meals. And I just wrote down the recipe here, which were in my ring binder. And then here is it's a grocery list, but it's like, it's not an official grocery list. So these are all of the things that I usually would buy. So when I'm making my grocery list, it's kind of split up into categories too. You have like meat, starch, veggies, grains, spice, etc. So when I get ready to make my official grocery list, I'll always reference this and see what I want to make or what I want to replenish, because some of these things I buy on the regular. So I'll kind of base my grocery list off of that, which is why I have to have a grand grocery list in here. And then I decided to do a journal spread in here, mainly just to see how I would like using it for like thoughts when I'm out and about. I loved it, you guys, but I have a TN that I love more for that type of stuff. But I love using this for like notes and like other things. This was great. Here's what a blank spread looks like. You can kind of see that there's little lines here that kind of are like guidelines for you to set up the week. But if you don't want to do that, then you can do just anything. I have not used watercolor in here, though people say that the original paper that's in the weeks is like really good for watercolor and stuff. This paper is thin. I don't know if you can see my hand through that. This paper is thin, but I don't know if this is the same kind of paper in that. And plus the cover is really nice. Now what I had to do to get this to fit in here is I actually had to trim a sliver off my book. So I went ahead and set up my ring planners, and this is just where I'm housing old inserts. But I went ahead and cut off a sliver of my book from the back, and I just saved it so that when I'm done, I can reattach this with some tape. So that's what I did for this. It also came with this wrapped around it, which is just, you know, what kind of cover it is. It's a Finland forest, slow beat at life. Slow beat, no, I cannot talk today. Slow Beat of Life, and it's by Mauser. I hope I'm saying that right. That is the brand that has created this dupe. So I know you can get these on AliExpress for a lot cheaper. I purchased mine from Amazon.de for like $13, but I've since then found quite a few kinds way cheaper on AliExpress. So I think that if I was to purchase this again, and I keep bumping my camera, I'm sorry. I think if I was to purchase this again, I would definitely go to AliExpress versus Amazon. The only problem with that is I'm impatient and I don't like to wait for things. So that's the only thing. Like, I don't like to wait. I would rather have my stuff the next day or like 2 days from now, because I don't want to be waiting a whole month for something to come. But that's the only thing. but you can get them from AliExpress a whole lot cheaper. The second thing that I'm going to show you guys is I purchased more books for my standard TN. Now, you guys know that I told you I purchased these same exact books before, but I actually added some more. So I picked these books up from my local BX, which is a mall here for us. This is a 3-pack. So this is the same set of notebooks that's currently in my planner now. And all I do is I cut them down. So I cut them down on the side. They're exactly the height of standard traveler's notebook, which is A5. So they're exactly the height that I need them, and all I do is I cut them down on the sides and they fit perfect. I decided that I was gonna pick these up because RBX imports stuff from like the States, and sometimes they may have it and sometimes they may not. So in the event that they run out, I didn't want to be that person looking on Amazon, and also I didn't want to be that person surfing AliExpress trying to get new inserts for my TN for 2020. I don't want to be that person. So I just was like, let me just stock up on a few of them, and then when I go back, I'm gonna just get some more, and then I'll have some for when I need them. So I picked up these. The last time I didn't pick up these, but these were so cute to me. They're watercolored notebooks. Well, they're not watercolor paper, but the outside of them are watercolor type design. I could not think of what to call them. And they're by Studio O. And they do not have a size of how big these notebooks are. They just don't. I don't want to take them out of this packaging because it was really hard to put back on there once I did that. But this is what they look like. So there's blue, and the blue one is really nice. Blue, orange, and pink. But this is what they look like. They have the foiling that says notebook on the front. And then you have this watercolor design on all of the notebooks, and it's different on each notebook, so it's not the same. I thought this was so stinking cute to go into my traveler's notebook. The only downside is I'm gonna have to cut these down, and it's gonna take off some of the letters. That's the only downside to this. But if that doesn't bother you, by all means, go ahead and chop your notebook down. That will not bother me at all. I could really care less that it says notebook because they all say notebook. So yeah, go ahead and chop your notebooks down and just see how you like it in your TN. So I'm going to set this to the side because I'm going to put it back in the packaging. It's all lined notebooks. Now this is the set that I have in my traveler's notebook now, and this is from Blue Sky, obviously, the big branding on the front here. And these notebooks are already in my traveler's notebook, and I was actually able to cut down the sides of them without disrupting the words. So great part about that, because they each say something different. They each say ideas, list, and notes. I know that because I have these notebooks already, but they're just regular lined paper. Nothing special about the paper at all. It's just regular notebook paper, and these are just regular, just paperback covers. Nothing super special about them. If you want to know what size these notebooks are, which I'm looking for, I thought it was on here. Maybe it's not. I don't see it. Shoot. I really thought it was on here. Maybe I thought it was on here. Okay. It's not on here. Wow. It's really not on here. Okay, so scratch that idea. I was going to tell you how big these notebooks are, but obviously it's not on here. I thought I did see it though, but oh. It is on here. Okay. Let's see if I can make that focus. These notebooks are this size right here at the bottom. I hope you guys can see that. I hope it is not blurry, but that is how big they are. 5.75 by 8.5. So, yeah, I wasn't tripping. I also have some coffee here on the side, which I've kind of let get cold, but it's supposed to help with my throat because I have a unsatisfying cough that just won't go away. And I've been drinking everything warm and just everything tea and coffee related to try to just soothe it. Another thing I want to share with you guys while I'm ranting about coffee is I found a reason to use this little notebook. So, if you guys did not know, I started Inktober and I've been using it, as you can tell. Now, some of these sketches in here, I'm a cartoon drawer. I don't draw realism, although I do like portraits and stuff of people. I cartoon them, so that's more of my style, my aesthetic. I like drawing cartoon characters related to like children's books and stuff like that. That's just how I like to draw. I don't like realism too much. But I decided to use this for Inktober. And these are just some corny sketches, y'all. Like super corny sketches. But it was just something for me to do with this notebook. And so like I have been just utilizing this little notebook till its full advantage. I'm actually working on a bigger canvas of this, which I showed in a clip earlier before starting this video. I'm actually blowing these up to be in a bigger canvas, and that's what I'm using my watercolor pencils for, which is why it's sitting on the floor. So I'm blowing this one up because I liked it so much, and I'm going to sit it downstairs in our living room once we get a frame. Corny sketches, I'm embarrassed of this one, so we'll skip it. I've been doing sketch work with markers and Sharpie and pencils and stuff in here, and then that's how far I've gotten so far. So this is what I've been using this little sketchbook for. So if you're wondering about the paper quality in here, it's super good as far as like its thickness, like when you're using just regular pencil and pen. And even a little bit of Sharpie, because I did use Sharpie on quite a bit of these. But it sucks when you go over it countless of times with marker. So if you are thinking, or if you've seen this book in my videos previously and you're thinking about using this for like a small bullet journal or pocket bullet journal, I wouldn't recommend it for that. It's, as you can clearly see, it bleeds through a whole lot. So I wouldn't recommend it for that. But just as a regular pocket sketchbook or pocket notebook, it's perfect. Like literally perfect. So that is that. Now on to my last, I don't know if this will be my last show today in this video of this, but because I don't know how long I want this video to be, but we're going to show my TN. Woohoo. Right? I wish that I could move my camera so that I'm not bumping you all, but I keep bumping you all. I can't change it. Oh my gosh. So this is my TN, and I've changed my pen to be one of these little pens that come with that came with all of my ring planners. I had got a pen that came with this, and I got another pen. I've just been taking that pen and using it because it's black gel ink, and I love black gel ink. Nothing has changed in here. Surprisingly, nothing has changed. If anything, I have an update for you all. I have found that I have not used two of these inserts. So I have not used this insert, which is list, and I have not used this insert, which is ideas. But I've been using the notes for what it's labeled as, notes. So you've all seen the first couple of pages of this. This was like YouTube ideas that I had that I shared with you all in the last video I made. And these are some more like ideas and stuff that I have. And then I haven't written a lot of my ideas in here because I've kind of been holding off writing it in here because I knew I was going to share it with you all. So there's not much going on in here, but in the back, in the planning section, what I've found that I like the most out of this is this notebook here, this insert right here. I love this insert. And I'm going to be sad when it's finished because I decorated this so cute. So I'm going to have to take off my bow and I'm going to have to redo a new notebook specifically dedicated to this style. I don't know. Maybe I'll just change it. But I like this. I've been using this for weekly review. When I first started this notebook, I was doing daily review. But that got a little bit too much because sometimes my day would be like not even a half of this page, not even a few lines. And so it really would make no sense to use it as a daily review because then I would just be stuck with all of this space and then I'd have to create something beautiful to make it, you know, look nice. And I'm lazy. That does not work for me all the time. I'm already doing other art projects, so I'm not going to do more art projects in my traveler's notebook. It's supposed to be simple. It's supposed to be like on a fly. Like anything that I draw in here, it's supposed to be like quick and on a fly. But I'm not going to spend 30-40 minutes just decking out a page with like watercolor and Sharpie and pencil and pen, and I'm not doing that. So it's strictly pen to paper in here, and I've been using it as a weekly journal. So weekly recap. So this was a week before last. I decided to do it, and then anything that was happening also with the stickers, I used the stickers. So Friday was super windy, and then we had a lot of rain this particular week. And then I took some photos for my Instagram of my notebooks. And then same thing here, like we had more rain, and I just kind of like recapped my week. We had more rain, and this one particular I did at night, and then we got paid. So I've been using this just to recap the week. What happened that week? So this was last week. And I've found that I really like doing this over like, just like, I mean, well, technically this is daily journal if you really think about it, but I love just recapping my week. And then I have it set up for this week too. I just had these stupid stickers that I had left over from a recollection sticker book. I'm trying to use those stickers. Right now it's kind of hard to use them because I don't know what I could use those stupid stickers on. They just, they're stickers for like just stupid stuff. So I'm just trying to use them up at this point. And then I'm not purchasing stickers anymore because this is what happens. You get down to the last ones that you don't really want to use and you just have stickers that you spent tons of money on. But this is this week, and I haven't done this week yet, so I still need to do Monday and today. I still need to catch up. But I like this. I like doing this. So this will definitely stay when this insert is out. As far as tracking is going pretty well. This is the month of October, November, December, January, February, so forth. That's kind of how I set it up. When I set this up, I was kind of feeling like I had to make it small because I was in a personal planner for so long that I just kind of got used to that layout. But this is how tracking is going. I stopped doing the color water tracking and just put X's for all the days that I've drank water. That's how I've been doing that. And mood remains, the same as the colors, because it wouldn't make sense if they were like all X's. Like, how can you tell your mood from there? So mood has been doing great. I need to update for today. This is still the same routines, habits that I could track. I defrosted my fridge this past Friday, so I need to put this somewhere in my planner as far as like things that I have done so far, so I can track this, because I need to defrost it again within a couple of weeks. So I need to know how often I need to do it. So I need to make a tracker for that's why this is a note. And then books that I want to read, I have a couple in my Kindle app, because I don't have a Kindle. I have a couple in my Kindle app that I need to like read because they're just sitting there. And I've actually started this one like 3 times, and I actually have the ebook for it, but every time I start it, I just get bored and I never go back to it. And then I have tips for productivity in here, and then nothing else. My calendar has stayed the same, so nothing has changed here. Everything is going great here. And then the only other thing that I did is just trying to see. The only other thing that I did is I actually moved this. This used to be wrapped around an insert, and now it's not, because I made these dividers out of these top loading dividers out of the Avery sheet protectors, and they're a little slippery, so when they're not like securely held down, they move a lot. So I just decided to put it in between a string in the middle. And I mean, it kind of makes this notebook, stick out a little bit more like this because of that. But I have some stuff in here that I want to keep in here. Like, there's a notepad in here. There's my monthly. There's to-do sticky notes that I use a lot and stick them around the house. The bill tracker, I am loving. I'm going to cover this. I am loving this bill tracker. I do use an app to track our bills, but this is a whole lot better because this just allows me to see it at hand, to see what exactly we have and what we are using. So an app can be great, but if you are not keeping track of what you're spending and you're just depending on the app to like update you, I'm telling you, once you just write it down, you remember and like everything. I'm telling you, it makes a big difference. I've been using these dailies here for like schedules, stuff that I need to get done throughout the day. And I actually need, I don't know if I finished this off, but I need to X that out. I've been using it for stuff like this, super pen to paper, nothing major, nothing too exciting. Weeklies, I'm just gonna say it. I don't like doing weeklies in here. I'm gonna finish this out though. I'm gonna finish it out for October because that's the only month that I put in here. Thank God that's the only month that I put in here, because I don't like using this for weeklies. I like using the dailies, and I like just being able to write what I have going on throughout the day. And then I like bullet journaling my weeks. I don't like using a weekly and a standard TN or a TN period. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I think that's why whenever I bullet journal or whenever I use like a blank canvas, I don't do layouts like this because they just don't work for me. In a ring planner, yes. In a ring planner, that works great because they've already got it set up for me. But if I have to draw it out, I won't use it. This video is 38 minutes long, probably longer. All I can say is this is my update. This is what I'm using. I love this so much. Who would have thought that a standard TN would be like my jam, like what I like using the most. So there you have it, guys. These are my two planners, my wallet and my stay at home. And I like using the both of them. They each serve their purposes. And that. My video just told me that it's split in half. So now I'm gonna have to fix that. I just want to share with you all one other thing before I go ahead and end this video. I'm gonna take a sip. My throat is hurting, y'all. Sinuses and being sick and seasonal allergies, it's not the business. I went ahead and set up my ring planners for 2020 just on a whim. I don't know if I'm going to use them or not. But I actually cut the string on here and made this, or tied this underneath. So it's tied now so that you can no longer just pull it out. And it does make your elastic a lot stronger. It's already a strong elastic, but it makes it even stronger now. But this is just set up with blank inserts like all the other planners that I've showed you in the past. So nothing too new here. Why are these all stuck together that I can't turn? So, you know, nothing new here. There's 2020 here. So if I want to go back to rings, I have now removed all of the months, and now I just have 12 months in here, 6 months of weekly and daily inserts. So there's a note page in the middle. And now, instead of having a week grid, I now have grid. So grid, week, grid, and then, you know, it just continues itself. So I now have more grid paper in between each of my weeks. Reason being for me doing that is because it eliminates me having to have the pull-out section and putting like extra weekly tasks, because now I have it inside where it needs to be, which is right around the weeks. I do have pull-outs in here, and this is super stuffed, but it's decorated on the sides here, which is like vintage paper, leftover vintage paper for when I decorated my standard TN. So no cards, no stickies, nothing in the zip, nothing in the clear plastic thingy in the back. It's just all inserts. So this is set up the same way in the front. I'm going to bypass it because I don't want to show you the same thing twice. But in the past, I would have like a pull-out section here, and it would be something that I was using for, like, if there was something else going on for weeks or anything like that, I would do it here. Or I used to have finance in here also. So finance is no longer in this binder. I just got rid of it. I thought it was redundant after I kind of went through it and set this up. So finance is out. Secondly, I went ahead and did pullouts, but now it's like this. And the reason being is because this is labeled my project section. So 2020, I want to be doing a lot of projects. And so this is what I have for projects. There's 2 pages to each turn. So that's why it's so thick. Otherwise, it wouldn't be as thick. Also, it's a pullout, so this just adds more bulk. But it's really a small section. But I decided to do that because it's you know, it's a lot easier to kind of like use a section for like projects and brain dumps. You can like do planning for one side here for the project, and you can do like a brainstorm here, and then you can have like an execution of how, you know, like how each thing is going to happen and so forth. You can do whatever you want with it, but I just put my project section here. If I ever choose to go back into rings for 2020, it's ready to go. Sticky notes in here, tons of note paper in here. You guys know how I am about my note pages. And yeah, it's set up for 2020. It's super stuffed. I call this my chunky baby. It's super stuffed. And yeah, so those are all of the updates that I have for you. I know this video is 44 minutes long. For some, that's probably like, oh my gosh, she made a 44-minute video. Because you guys know it's not like me. My videos are usually like 28 minutes, 30 minutes max. But I had a lot of stuff to share with you all. I hope this video was not boring by the least. Please let me know if this video is boring, if you prefer shorter videos over these 44-minute videos, because that was not my intentions at all. Not at all. Thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. If I lost anyone while I was gone or what have you, I am so sorry. I had to take a social media break. I still have a ton of stuff to do. So I'm so sorry if anyone left. But to everyone that I've gained since, you know, my videos have been being uploaded and since the social media break, welcome to my platform, my social media planner section. I don't know what to call it yet, but welcome. And I hope you guys liked the video. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments or any anything that you want to just say or leave in the comment section below, please leave it down below in the comment section. And as always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me this morning. And you all have a great rest of your day. Bye.